is from 1985. These are the songs 40 to 31 that was played on the world famous K Rock in Los Angeles. And
Oh, fantastic station. Yeah.
we're okay. So what? I I mean, it's they say the world famous K Rock. Does that mean anything to you? What does K Rock mean to you?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's yeah. When I look at stations in the U.S. that I was totally inspired by, it was obviously C100 from New York and Kiss FM and K Rock. Those are the three that are on the top of my mind. So yeah. So actually, when I not that long ago, I was asked for an interview by a guy who used to be at K Rock, and now he's working on a station that actually broadcasts a station in the UK that broadcasts my podcast, a podcast radio, they're called. And they have a host called Gene Baxter. And they asked if I would like to be interviewed by him. And I said, who do I have to pay? Yeah, so that was quite an honor to be interviewed by Bean.
That's great.
That's amazing. And I love that he's doing that. He just did it.
Yeah, and he's
So
so great.
you've remained friendly with him since the podcast.
Yeah, he said he'll buy me a beer next time I'm in London.
He won't, but you know.
Yeah. Yes, he's so you've been listening. So how did you have access to them to K Rock in probably late 80s, early 90s?
Well, it's like when I did a big trip of the U.S. In '93. I remember that specifically because I got married in Vegas on the trip, and and we were in.
Is that where you? And that's where you met her? It was this.
No, I brought her from back home.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Yeah, yeah. No, we were in New York, and we were in Vegas and San Francisco, and did Highway 1 all the way down to through L.A. and ended up in San Diego. So that was a great trip, and everywhere I went, I just first thing was take out my little cassette tape radio and record everything. So I think I brought 30 cassette tapes back home and just woke up in the middle of the night, say, okay, now it's 6 o'clock and a great show is starting, and just push the two buttons. And so yeah, that was one of the stations I came home with tape from. But it was hard listening to those stations because you want to you just I felt so jealous of you guys who were actually able to listen to it.
Fact-finding mission you were on, and when you
a tax write-off.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot that, Holly.
Yeah. Well, I know. I remember, back in the day, you were listening to air check. If you could find air checks of some of these stations, that was like a gold mine.
Yeah, and that was actually also a service with videos where you could see them. Do you remember those California air checks videos? And we would mail order those in and see how they were actually working in the studios. And I just watched those so many times. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Are there radio ABC air checks roaming on YouTube anywhere?
Now that you're saying it, yes, there is. Okay. And that's where you can see me with the high hair and the big glasses and the horrible color jacket. Yeah.
All right.